I'm Chuchelka, your brain fitness instructor. Your memory is like a muscle. To make it stronger, you need to exercise regularly. Today, I'm going to teach you how to...
What?
How to...
You forgot the word? Remember.
Remember. How to remember vocabulary. That's what we are talking about today.
When words continuously slip off your mind, you should rethink your approach to studying.
Exactly.
But there are so many words to memorize. It takes so much time.
No worries, because today I'll be sharing my strategy that helps me, my students, and will help you to learn vocabulary much faster. Let's go.
So, how can we memorize those hundreds and thousands of words?
Learn the most commonly used words.
How many words do you need to know?
There are 200,000 words in English.
What? Holy guacamole!
English has the largest vocabulary out of any language.
What? 200,000 words! Words, so many, it's impossible!
Let me cheer you up. If you learn only 800 of the most frequently used words, you will be able to understand 75% of the language spoken in everyday life.
Whew, such a relief. Where do I find them?
Use frequency lists.
Okay, but some words stay in your head and some vanish once you've learned them.
Are you still trying to memorize words the old school way? Forget it. There are very few words with only one meaning. The verb to run, for instance, has 396 definitions.
What?
Memorizing just one definition may confuse you when you hear the word in a different context, because you'll expect it to have the meaning that you know, and it would mean something totally different. Trying to deliberately memorize separate words is mostly a waste of time.
But how can I make those words stay in my head?
Words are like people. They get lonely. Throw in some friends to keep them company.
Is that right?
The company that words keep is called collocations. For example, the expression fast food is called collocation because the word fast goes well or co-occurs frequently with the word food. In this context, the word fast cannot be replaced by the word quick or rapid because this replacement will not be natural.
Fast food! Yummy! That is my favorite collocation! But how do you know which meaning is used in a particular sentence?
If a word has multiple meanings, context can help us identify the correct one.
Context?
Context refers to the environment or setting in which words exist, the situation in which something happens. The key to making new words stick to your mind is learning them in context. You can learn collocations through context by noticing which words go well together and in what situations they are used.
That's interesting.
And then you need to make a vocabulary web, word network, or word map.
Word map.
You write a word you want to remember in the center and connect it with the branches. Then draw lines from it like a spider's web. At the end of the line, write down words or even pictures that form a collocation with this word, so you remember in chunks.
Wow!
For example, consider the word government. It's a noun meaning people in control of a country. Then we take adjective plus word pattern and write such words as central, western, federal, local, etc. And you write sentence examples to have a context. Then you take another collocation pattern, for example, word plus verb, and write such words as come to power, form, resign, etc. The next one is the verb plus word pattern. Here we have elect, had, overthrow. Don't forget sentence examples to have context. And the last one we have here is a word plus noun pattern. And the words are agency, body, funds, aid, etc. Another type of word mapping is when you write synonyms, antonyms, roots, and derivatives.
What?
Sometimes words can be easier to remember when you deconstruct them or break them apart and look at the meaning of the resulting pieces.
Okay.
You can write sentence examples and draw small pictures that show the meaning of the word if you can. Our brains are specially designed to catch visual information quickly.
So, make a funny picture that shows the meaning of the word you want to remember, and you will remember it.
According to the famous research of Hermann Ebbinghaus, you will fully remember anything while you memorize it. However, your brains will slowly start to forget it, and finally, after 31 days, you will only remember 21% of the material that you have studied.
Really? So you can't remember 100% of the material?
There is a technique called spaced repetition or dynamic repetition. It's when you review the words at spaced intervals. It means you review vocabulary you've learned right before you forget it.
But how do you know when you will forget the word?
You learn the word collocation in context. You review it tomorrow. You try to recollect it in a week, in a month, etc.
I need to try it. And you, have you tried any of these techniques before?
What is your favorite tip to learn vocabulary?
Have you subscribed to my... Did you like this video? Hit that subscribe button right there. And see you in the next video, guys. Bye. Parole, parole, parole. Parole, parole, parole. Parole, 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 parole.
Thanks for watching and see you in the next video, guys. Bye.
So you can't remember 100% of the material.
Your brain, when words continuous, noticing a vocabulary, you can write sentence.
What?
Forget it.
That's interesting.